Alright, you guys, I'm here with my Jurassic Park 3 review. That's right, the last one before Jurassic World. Basically, the plot of Jurassic Park 3 is that we see Sam Neill back from the first movie as Dr. Alan Grant, and, he's looking for some funding to do more research, and all of a sudden this guy comes along and says, hey, we'd, like to write you a check and take you over to this nice island and yada yada yada, and all sounds good and fun. So, it takes a little bit of time, but Grant decides to do it. He's like, sure, why not? We could use the funding. Well, on the plane, he realizes that they're going to an island, but a very, very different island. He's going to an island with dinosaurs. And he's not having it, because like Ian Malcolm, he does not want to go back to an island with dinosaurs, which is understandable, right? And then once they get to the island and they crash on the island, all is revealed that the guy who tricked Grant into going there has lost his son on the island, and he needs Grant's help to finding him before dinosaurs eat him alive. So, not really having a choice, Grant agrees to that too, because he's stuck on the island and he wants to get out, so they go on this hunt for this kid, and yeah, that's our movie, Jurassic Park 3. Now, what I think of Jurassic Park 3 is, if I could use one word to sum it up, it's, I'm not really a big fan of Jurassic Park 3 personally, and this movie does get a lot of hate. I think it gets more hate than it deserves, but it's really, it's not good. It's definitely not the first one, and it's not, I don't think it's nearly as good as the second one either. This is definitely a step down. A couple positives from this though. Do I like seeing Sam Neill back as Dr. Alan Grant? Hell yes I do. Because we did a sequel with Ian Malcolm, and though Ian Malcolm is my favorite character of the series, it was nice to see Grant back. And guess who else is back? Ellie Sattler, played by Laura Dern in the first movie, which I don't think I talked about in my first Jurassic Park review, but she's back in this movie as well. Briefly, she's not on the island or anything. Like we see her in the beginning and throughout the movie when she's back at home. But it was cool to see her back. The storyline for this one, it's interesting. I mean, because how else are you going to get, Grant back to the island anyway? So, I mean, the whole lie thing was fucked up. But, the whole plot line when they were there, okay, we got to search for this kid and try to stay alive the whole time. I didn't really have a problem with that. It's just the way that it was executed. Kind of disappointed me a little bit. And you got to remember, this was supposed to be the end of the Jurassic Park movies, and it does wrap up the trilogy a bit nicely. Jurassic World supposedly is the start of a brand new trilogy. I don't know how that plays out yet or not, because I have not seen the movie yet. I will, don't worry. But yeah, this was a nice wrap up to the trilogy, even though it wasn't that great of a movie. I think as a whole closing chapter, it was fine. I wouldn't say great, but it was fine. There's really not much I can say about Jurassic Park 3. The dinosaurs, I mean, the dinosaurs are always cool in these movies. The dinosaur action is always intense and everything. The characters, you don't really like hardly any of the characters aside from Grant and Ellie Sattler when you see her a little bit, and those were our returning characters. But other than that, like all the new characters, you really don't care too much about. I mean, they're not really that likable. At least most of them aren't. Yeah. So, all in all, guys, I know this is a short review, and I know you guys probably wanted me to rant on this a bit. It doesn't really piss me off. It's just kind of disappointing. It's upsetting. That's basically how I feel about it. So it's not a full-on rant, I guess. And but yeah, pretty much I'm not a fan of this movie. All that being said, I'm going to give Jurassic Park 3. I'll give it a solid D. Um, I don't think it's quite D minus. Okay, maybe it is a D minus, but I'm gonna stick with a solid D. Um, I don't think it's an F as most people would say, but it's not good. I don't know. So guys, that's my thoughts on Jurassic Park 3. What do you guys think of it? Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought of Jurassic Park 3. Have you seen Jurassic World yet? Keep away from spoilers in the comments if you had. Um, but was Jurassic Park or Jurassic World any good? Let me down below. And do you think I'll like Jurassic World? Because I'm gonna go watch this movie whether I end up liking it or not. If I come out not liking it, if it comes out like shit, which for the most part I'm hearing good reviews about. But anyway, that's a whole different topic for another time. Jurassic Park 3, solid D. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and yeah. Well, see you later.